Good Wednesday evening, everybody. It's Wednesday, August 18th, 2021. I'm Jeremy Crosby, up here having a wonderful day. Glad you're tuning in with us this evening for another edition of Talking Fitchburg. Back in the TF studios with Andrew by my side. It just sounds kind of cool and kind of weird.
Hello.
Hi, Andrew. How's it going today?
It's good. You?
Good. We got to get you a camera so
I
we
know.
can get you back into this
we
like
got to
mess.
work on it.
You know you want back in on this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And Andrew's got his mask. It sounds like you got your mask on back there, too.
I do.
And I should note that, mask-wise, I take it off when I get into the office here, into the spot, and then put it back on when I go back out. But I like Andrew's kind of, you sound kind of cool. It's
Like Darth Vader now, right?
Yeah, it's sort of like tinny talk,
Yeah.
You're out there, but I don't know. Pretty random.
Yep.
But we're glad you're here, and hopefully you'll stay tuned with us. We'll get you the latest headlines here in Fitchburg. Plus, we've got great guests lined up for you. We've got a fun event coming up happening with Dane by Local, a local or fundraiser, and going out to eat at some restaurant. It's pretty easy, actually, and it's a big fundraiser for Dane by Local, who's helped so many businesses here during the pandemic and continue to do so. It's a great resource for buying local, and we'll talk with the organizers there of Dane by Logo. Colin, thank you, Andrew. You're here to save me. And the city administrator update as well. Chad Brecken will be here. We'll get an update for him on what's going on, talking about the budget, on other various topics here as a second time. He's settling in to his role as city administrator, and we'll get that full update here in just a minute. But let's get to some headlines. We start with the pickleball courts. Yeah, pickleball courts at McGaw Park. We've got some photos and some very big excitement there. So it says here, it wasn't long after the nets were installed in the pickleball courts at McGaw Park. They were filled with enthusiastic players. Watch for a special grand opening event happening soon. Andrew, have you ever played pickleball? We need to get you out there. There used to be a pickleball group here in Fitchburg.
Yep,
And
I have not, though.
We all broke something, so we had to stop playing. But
Sounds very accident prone for us, so I don't know about that.
well, I'll say in my case, I'm not the most fittest person out there.
You got your knees.
But yeah, I've got bad knees,
Yeah.
and that's what ultimately got to me. But you can still have fun without going crazy like I was. So, but it's just a lot of fun, and excited to see these courts, and we'll keep you up to date on a grand opening here coming up real soon. All right, switching gears, traffic safety concerns survey is now out for residents of Fitchburg. We'd like to hear about the traffic safety concerns you have and about the city here. Yeah, please fill out the survey, and with any of your traffic concerns you may have, staff will review the concerns and hold a meeting at September to discuss them. The survey is up at our website, fitchburgwi.gov. You can check it out on our Facebook page. Go to Facebook and then look for the city of Fitchburg, Wisconsin, and you can find a link to the survey there. All right, Summerfest barbecue at the Fitchburg Farmers Market. Fitchburg Center's Farmers Market is happening tomorrow, August 19th, 3 to 6 p.m. And this one benefits the Christine's Hero and Care package for first responders and ER nurses. Meal includes a Hy-Vee pulled pork sandwich, coleslaw, beans, and chips for just $12. Yeah, plate pre-ordered with the following. You can go to the link there that's on your screen, and there'll also be music as well. And of course, all of your market favorites: sweet corn, berries, soaps, pastries, you got it at the Fitchburg Farmers Market. Come on out. I love these events that they do at the market. It's nice change up as you go along. Good benefit here of First Responders Care Package, which is really cool. So if you haven't already, get that order in ASAP. Just saying. All right, face coverings. Emergency order is issued. That starts effective 12:01 a.m. Thursday morning. The covering emergency order requires that everyone aged 2 and older wear a face covering, or mask when in an enclosed building where other people, except for members of the person's own household or living unit, could be present. This requirement applies to all of Dane County. So only Dane County on this one, not a statewide mask order. Although it is advised that you do wear a mask when you are and about right now, because the numbers continue to increase. In fact, all of our counties in Wisconsin have high rates of COVID infection, and some of them are even getting into the extremely high value there. So we got to be careful here. So that's why this order was issued, at least here in Dane County. Keep up and watch, and it's going to take a couple of, if you haven't been wearing a mask, you got to get back into the routine, just be patient, and we'll get through this one step at a time. All right, finally talking about grilling safety. Yes, grilling safety. Grilling can be a great way to enjoy nice summer weather, but keep fire safety in mind when cooking up dinners. And you're like, well, we've been cooking all summer. I'm just saying, maybe it's time you clean the grill. Have you cleaned the grill? Might be a time to do that. Make sure you keep it away from your home, decks, or other structures so it doesn't catch fire. And yes, just some easy steps there. 3 feet away from wall, 3 feet distance around, or the safe zone. And of course, make sure you dispose of those coals in a metal can and keep those away. Wait till they cool before disposing of them. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we open up our digest. We're going to talk with Colin at Dane by Local on a special fundraiser. And it has to do with food, so I'm in. That's all I'm saying. We'll look at that next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
It takes all of us to slow the spread of the coronavirus, so follow guidance from authorities where you live and stay home unless absolutely necessary. Use a delivery service for essential items like food and medicine. If you must make essential trips, stay 6 feet apart from other people. Wear a cloth face covering and wash your hands for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Hey, boss. Okay.
Said I'm fine.
Me to bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at? Underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Join me today from Dane by Local. We've got Colin Murray back on the show. Colin, welcome back. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me today. I appreciate it.
No problem. Glad to have you back on the show. You got a lot of fun events coming up. And before we get to those events, how are the businesses doing as of August 2021?
Yeah, it's definitely still a struggle and businesses are concerned. But, the thing I love about our local businesses is they are very optimistic. And, many of them are saying, we're not out of the woods yet, but it's looking much better than it did, say, a year ago or even 6 months ago. So it definitely is that we're turning a corner here. And as long as we don't go back into a lockdown, which I don't think we will, hopefully, I think we're in good shape there. So yeah, very optimistic and looking forward to the future.
Well, that's a good synopsis there. And an event to help out the local businesses here is Eat Local, Give Local, coming on Thursday, August 19th. Tell us about this great event.
Yeah, so this is the 6th year that we've been doing this event. It is a way to support our local businesses here in the area. Obviously we've been doing this before the pandemic, but we want to support our local restaurants, and this is an opportunity to do so. But it also is a fundraiser for Dane by Local. So many people may not realize that we're actually a nonprofit organization, and we run on about half a shoestring to keep our organization going. There are 3 of us that are employed by Dane by Local. And so one of the ways that we keep moving forward is doing fundraisers like this. So the event is on August 19th, all day long. So whatever hours the restaurant happens to be open, you can just go in and sit down, place your order, have a nice meal, pay your bill, and leave. You don't have to do anything else. So there's no coupon, no special deal that you need to do. Just walk in and enjoy your meal is really what it comes down to. And then 10% of your check, your at the end of the meal, will come back to Dane Buy Local as a fundraiser for us.
And what does Dane Buy Local do on a general basis? So for people who don't know all the wonderful things you did pre-COVID, you've done great things since COVID, but what is the organization all about?
Yeah, so Dane Buy Local is made up of about 600 local businesses in Dane County and the surrounding counties. We actually are South Central Wisconsin, not just Dane County. It's all about supporting these local businesses. So you think about some of the major companies out there, the big box stores and so forth. They have lots of resources behind them for marketing and advertising and merchandising and all that sort of thing, right? And the local businesses don't have that. So this is a way for us to all join together and share those resources and support one another. So, and the Eat Local, Give Local is one of the ways of doing that in supporting each other and also getting the message out there that it's important to support these local businesses. And I think during the pandemic, that message has come across loud and clear. A lot of people have really realized the importance of these local businesses, that if we want them to stay around, you got to support them. You know, so it's so important that we do that.
Certainly is. And there is a great lineup here. Why don't you name off a few of the restaurants that will be participating in this great event?
Yeah, so one of them right in Fitchburg is Benvenuto's. Great location there, right off of Fish Hatchery McKee. So that'd be a great one to support. But there's also all over the county. There are other places. Cambridge has the Market Cafe. There's also the Country Cafe in Sun Prairie. If you make a hike over to the east side, or I'm sorry, to the north side, Bonzo is a great location there. You know, they have a food cart that they bring out during the summer downtown, but they also have a physical location on the north side of Madison. Want to head north up to Dane, Wisconsin, in Dane County. J. Henry is going to be doing things in their tasting room, so you could enjoy a little tasting there with them. Pedro's over on East Washington Avenue. The Roman Candle, you know, has a couple of locations around town. You can enjoy that. Yola's Cafe on the west side. There's a whole list of them. There's actually 38 restaurants that are participating this year.
So how many, Colin, do you hit in one day? Kidding. I don't know how you would. It would be a lot. Well, it's a good day because you want to raise money and visit all the great businesses. But yeah, I don't know how many meals you're going to have, but I want to take along.
Yeah, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and late meal, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's a great lineup, and like I said, all local businesses, and it's, like I said, your biggest or one of your fundraisers. How many fundraisers do you guys do a year?
We've got 3 or 4 that we do. So this is one of the bigger ones that is out there, and like I said, we've got 38 restaurants this year. Last year we had 26, and that was a record for us last year. So this just blew that out of the water.
Yeah.
So you see that the businesses are backing up and running and want to do whatever they can to keep things moving in the right direction.
Colin, if people want to learn more about this event and other great events coming up, how can they learn more or find out more about you?
Yeah, so our website would be the way to do that, danebuylocal.com. Remember, buy is B-U-Y, so danebuylocal.com. And right there on the homepage, it'll be the information on Eat Local. So you can check out the list of restaurants and go have a nice meal. It's that simple.
It is that simple. I like that. All you got to do is go to the restaurant on the list, and that's it. And then enjoy all the great things that the restaurant has to offer. And then knowing that you're supporting a great organization. Before we let you go, we do want to preview, because it is coming fast, and a new event coming to Fitchburg. You've got a car show that'll be coming to Fitchburg. What are the quick details on that one?
Yeah, so September 18th, that's a Saturday. It'll be over at McKee Farm Park right there in Fitchburg. Right down the road from where I live, so I like that. Will be car show, or cars that'll be shown off there in various states of conditions of cars. But also we're trying to make this very family friendly. So there'll be a bunch of activities for kids throughout the course of the day. I think there's even a kids parade that they're working on putting together. So that'll be fun. Activities there as well. There'll be arts and crafts. We'll be bringing in some food trucks and carts as well. So lots of stuff going on that we're working on right now to put together in September.
Well, we'll look forward to having you back on the show to talk about that event. Good luck with this one, and thanks for reaching out, and we'll look forward to seeing you here real soon, Colin.
Great. Thanks for all your services to the community. I appreciate it.
You bet, and thank you as well. We appreciate it just as much. So Dane Buy Local, check out the event. Eat local, give local. It is simple and easy. And hey, you're just going to try some great food. I mean, we got so many cool restaurants here in Fitchburg and in Dane County. So get out there, try them out, and maybe you'll see Colin out there. He'll be full, but you'll see him out there for sure. All right, we'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
Ready!
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining today from the City Hall. It is great office there. You need some pictures. Chad Brecklin, our city administrator. Chad, welcome back to the show. How are you doing today?
I am good, Jeremy. How are you doing today?
Good. I've got a few pictures that I think would fit really well there. A big Fact TV one would do really well there. You think you would entertain having that in your office?
It's a little bit of a blank canvas, to say the least. So I suppose I could have a design the administrator's office walls contest, but I guess I don't know what I might get for suggestions and ideas either.
That you'd have to have the disclaimer at the discretion of city administrator if you do pull that
subject
one.
To approval.
I love it. I think that's a good idea. Good morale booster right there to kick things off. Chad, you're still getting familiar with the role, but we do have some updates that you bring to us, and right away here you are right in the middle of budget time this week, and not that you're not familiar with budget, which is awesome. You know our processes here. Just being on the other side, though, is going to be very interesting. But tell us where we are on the budget process.
So we have two budgets in the city, just for some brief background information. One being the capital improvement plan, which is a 10-year planning process that identifies large capital expenditure type projects. We're talking road construction projects, we're talking building projects, we're talking stormwater retention issues or projects to address those. So those type of things, typically larger dollar amounts, projects that are going to last multiple years as far as their lifespan and those sorts of things. And then we also have the operating budget, which is what covers our day-to-day expenditures across the city. So we just recently finished up our capital improvement process at the end of July, our second meeting in July, or actually our only meeting in July, because the first one had been canceled for the council, was done, and approval of the next CIP was completed. And we again have a 10-year plan that's been approved by council. Probably the most notable thing to come out of the CIP process was a number of stormwater projects were discussed and slated for some work by the city over the next several years here to address a variety of stormwater related issues, among many other projects as well.
Absolutely. As far as budget goes, how does that process break down? I guess the steps before the public actually sees the first version of the mayor's proposed budget.
Are you talking CIP now, or did you want to transition to operating?
Operating budget.
Yeah, operating budget, all of the departments have submitted their draft or budget requests for their particular department operations. We'll be meeting this week with the mayor and department heads and the finance director to go through those budgets from each department and get a better understanding of their requests and the need for the items that they've requested in their operating budget. The mayor will take that information and ultimately develop a budget, an operating budget that he will provide to the public. Believe that goes out at some point in September, if I recall correctly, towards the end of September, I believe. And then early October, the city council alders have the ability to submit amendments to the mayor's budget. And then at that point in time, the public obviously will have an opportunity to evaluate both the mayor's proposed budget as well as the amendments that are proposed by the alders. That will take place during the month of October. And then ultimately the council will vote on the amendments, proposed amendments, and then the ultimate final budget as adopted by the council will likely occur the first council meeting in November.
And we're going to see a lot of talk, and something I should have said in our pre-meeting here, but do want to talk about it. You'll see some stuff talking about Town of Madison. How does that roll into the budget process this year?
Yeah, so as everyone is probably aware, there is a cooperative border agreement with the city of Fitchburg, Town of Madison, and city of Madison that will have a portion of the Town of Madison coming into the city of Fitchburg in October of 2022. As you can imagine, every department has identified its operational impacts to include additional personnel, equipment, other sort of infrastructure related projects. So the city will be examining those list of requests and looking to try to prioritize them in the best fashion we have available to us, knowing that the need certainly is going to outstrip the ability to provide funding for those needs. So we'll be going through the difficult process of trying to prioritize those and recognizing that not every request is going to be able to be filled, which we know is unfortunate. So clearly department heads would not submit for these things if they didn't feel they were a need. But of course, the ability to pay is a consideration that we have to take into consideration, as well as what the impact is to taxpayers.
Absolutely. And all of that will be unfolding here the next couple months. We'll have it right here on Fact TV, of course, on our government channel, so you can check out as those come forward. Redistricting, you have an update on the redistricting and where that's going here in the near future.
Yeah, so every 10 years in conjunction with the annual census that's done by the federal government, municipalities, county governments, state governments do what's called redistricting to determine what the boundaries will be as far as who will be representing you as an elected official. So the city has just received some information from Dane County. They are going to be anticipating receiving that data from the census later this month. They'll be spending September working on the county redistricting process, and then ultimately turning that process into a finalized draft situation by mid-October. It's at that point that we're anticipating Fitchburg will be able to at least begin in earnest its redistricting efforts. I know the mayor is looking to put together an ad hoc committee to tackle this project. And we're going to have a pretty short window. We have to submit our proposed redistricting maps to the county by early November. So it's definitely going to be a short process. Typically, this process begins in like May, usually. But because of the delay in getting the census data to municipalities, it's really compressed the timeline. So if anyone has an interest in the redistricting process, they should stay tuned because information is going to be forthcoming, and it's going to be a pretty, again, compacted timeline to do it.
All right, we'll keep an eye out for that and pass that information on. Finally, stormwater update for Sheryl Drive. What do you have for us on that?
Yeah, so the city, one of the areas that the city is looking at addressing some stormwater issues is the Sheryl Drive corridor that is west of Fish Hatchery Road and east of, say, Richardson Street. So for folks that live in that particular neighborhood, they received communications recently from the city about a neighborhood meeting to talk about the planning process and potential solutions for that stormwater solution. And that meeting is going to take place Thursday, August 26th at 6 p.m. here in City Hall. Folks also have the option to join virtually. There is a Zoom link that folks can register for if they prefer to attend remotely versus in person.
Perfect. And of course, we'll have that one for you too, right here on Fact TV as well. Just love to tie that in right back.
Yeah, Fact TV is everywhere, thankfully.
That's right. We're glad to help out. Chad, thank you so much for your time. Keep up the good work, and we'll check back in with you next month.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You bet. Chad Brecklin, your city administrator here for the city of Fitchburg. We'll check back in with him next month. Take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
I expected it to be a lot easier.
I thought it was going to be a piece of cake. I didn't know what step to take next.
I was transitioning from the military.
I was a vehicle gunner.
An avionics specialist.
I was an MP, military police.
My friends thought I could do anything.
I missed my unit, my family.
Playing with my daughter, I felt like a stranger.
I was overwhelmed.
I couldn't sleep.
I just wanted to be by myself.
I didn't have a clear sense of what to do next. I was too proud. And then I thought, if I'm going through this, other veterans have gone through it too, right?
I started to open up.
And it made a huge difference.
So I reached out, and I saw that I wasn't alone.
Because before I was able to take on my next mission, I had to take on just taking care of myself.
To find purpose.
We are not alone. Other veterans have transitioned from the military and overcome mental health challenges. Visit maketheconnection.net.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What?
I can't drive.
Why? I'm high. Oh.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show for the day. I want to thank Colin from Dane by Local and Chad Brecklin, our city administrator, for the update. Both of those pieces will be online, so you can check them out. Make sure, you rewatch them and take advantage of the Dane by Local. Help them with their fundraiser. You've got Benvenuto's here in Fitchburg that'll be participating in that, so you can stop at that restaurant. But, keep patronizing the restaurants. Keep getting out there. Keep buying local. I like it. As we wrap up here, remember, you can stay local by watching us. Boo. That's all I could hear in my head. It was boo. Have a great day, everybody.